whilst it's terribly misty out there, it has been these past few, well, not just mornings, past few days. We come to part 6 of the window bottom layout. Now, this is going to be the final part before before this goes away toward this weekend, because it has been up a while, and again, it can get terribly dusty on here. Well, not just dusty, quite dirty as well. Well, it's not looking too bad, but it could still do with a clean towards the weekend. But yeah, of course, this is something that I can always do again in the near future. Although again, the main floor layout is planned to be put up again later on this month. But now for part 6, yeah, as you've briefly already seen, there's some different rolling stock on that. Well, some different wagons. We have some, for the saddle tank to shunt around now. We have some private owner open wagons and some tankers, as you can see here. You know, just love all the writing and all the detail on these private owner plank wagons here. And I'll just say quickly, when I do this again, you know, at some point in the near future, well, it'll probably be at some point next year, in the new year, I could, you know, make a few changes, but again, don't forget, I am pretty limited for space, and I need to be, because as I said, just before, well, as I was starting to build this one, I got a bit stuck on, you know, figuring out how I was going to get the power, you know, to transport all the way to where I need it, and it worked. But of course, you know, we still ended up with 2 non-active sidings. But I'll have to have a think about it and see what I can do. I mean, if it still looks similar, I don't know, maybe put some, could still do with the engine shed being down. But again, I have got that Hornby goods shed. I mean, you know, well, I'm thinking could either do like a little tiny station terminus, or another goods yard, but with the actual goods shed this time. I'll see what comes up here. But again, as I said, I will need to be careful in terms of, you know, getting the power correct. Well, making sure that it can, you know, flow through, well, be transported to where I need it to. Well, you know, active bits. Again, it doesn't matter if there's just, you know, the 1 or 2 or odd, you know, non-active areas, but you know, the important parts where I want the train to actually run. So, all plugged in again. Wires connected. Points all set. Saddle tank all ready. Number 12. Again, we may get cutouts around the points. In fact, I think she actually cut out there a second, but yeah, we'll just I'll give her a few sprints up and down on here just to get her warmed up, because she hasn't, well, because she's been in the shed for a few days actually. And I've been quite busy. Hit the brakes. yeah, she seems quite smooth now. Just try her backwards slowly. Yeah, I've been running it up and down for about a minute or 2 now, just giving it a few sprints. Is she going, or is she cut out? It's like she doesn't like being filmed sometimes, because it appears she'd cut out there, but when I turned the camera off, she moved. Come on, you know, you want to be seen by the world, don't you? Especially doing this. It's very, very intriguing. Okay, she seems to be smoothened up enough now. Let's back her up onto the plank wagons. Oh, and also forgot to mention, well, for a final little, well, sort of demonstration. I'm not going to give it away just yet, but it'll include this little flatbed wagon in here, which you saw briefly earlier. But first, let's shunt the trucks and then the tankers. Still hesitant over that point. I mean, I've given it a good clean over with the rubber. All coupled on. Let's bring it out again. Same procedure. Run out here, 2 runs up and down, and then back into the siding, and then swapping over. Again, sorry if it gets a bit dark, but again, I can't really do much about that, can I? Well, in fact, it always came into my head there that since it's not sunny, I can take the paper off the bottom of the window. I'll still put it back on afterwards though. After I've finished here. Well, after this video is done. So, oh well, actually, the light's coming in this way, so it's still kind of a little bit dark. Well, a little bit darker filming this way, but it's not too bad. It's a little bit better, a little bit more light shining on. Again, that's with my actual bedroom light on as well. Again, it's never been that great in here. But anyway, it's all overall okay. It's acceptable. Let's get number 12 with the wagons out. Yeah, she's probably gonna die going over this point again. A little quicker. Oh. All we really need to do is just push her like a couple of millimeters there, and she'll move off again. Yeah, the light is actually it is a bit better now, of course, but much better on this side. I mean, that's a fine speed. I mean, I know she's not, well, she's not actually cut out on this main part here, which is good. Just well, coming on and off the main part. Oh, at least, I'm sorry, that was my fault. Just move the controller down a bit, of course it's... Okay, here we go. Yeah, again, well, of course, with these standard ones, if you even just accidentally move the speed controller while the turner just down a little, too low, that they can start getting hesitant. Well, especially mainly at low speeds, most of the locals do dislike it. Well, again, of course, the 08 seemed to be of course, not as good as with the HM2000, but still pretty smooth at low speeds, even with these controllers. But yeah, Siltec number 12, isn't so keen. But even at a slow speed, once you, just like them, once you get her up to that, she isn't too bad. But just any slower, and it is noticeably hesitant. That actually wasn't me stopping her, that was her cutting out. She seems to, not want to get any closer to those buffers. As well as checking and cleaning the track, especially at this point where she keeps cutting out. I've also checked her wheels, and her wheels are fine again. Don't forget, she's only had a proper run once. I only got her just back in July. As I said, on the main big layout, I use 2 pico points now. It's like the dead zones and pico points, just a little bit smaller. It's like since I started using the pico points, it's been a little bit better. These Hornby points are still in good condition. But most of my Hornby points are. Again, some of them, at least 2 of them, 2 or 3 of them here, I haven't seen any use for a long while. But yeah, really, it's more the controller, especially running at these low speeds. But yes, she's still good enough on this main part here. It's still acceptable. I mean, if it was constant running, then cutting out, running again, cutting out, then that wouldn't be good enough. But yeah, it's just acceptable. And again, at least constant changing of direction isn't actually bothering her. Well, it doesn't seem to be, which I thought it would. I mean, she really is a lovely little loco, this one. I'm really proud of her. She's really, really good. She's really, really good. I love the livery as well. Of course, there's so many liveries, that you can get these in. Again, I was thinking for a while, which livery shall I get? The buffer's just touched there, but it was good stopping. Now back into the siding. Oh. Bit of a sprint start there, but she's okay. There we go. So the truck's back in the siding. Yeah, just stop here before she gets to the bit where she cuts out. And change the points. Just park her back by the shed as I manually, with the hand of God, swap the wagons over. Yeah, she seems to be fine over these 2 points. Better than the other two, actually. Yeah, she doesn't seem to be cutting out on these ones at all. I mean, it was actually this one which she kept cutting out on. Oz was reversing her back then. Just putting the wagons back in the siding. Seemed to be worse than going backwards. Yeah, these 2 points seem more reliable. There we go. The tanker's ready. I'm just glad there's been no derailments, because I can remember those days, well, years ago, when goods trains always used to, but they used to love derailing going over points, especially going over two, when two together like this. When I used to like it, where have sidings and on the big main floor layout, we used to have sidings, and you used to store them in there at night, but now they're much safer under there because you used to be right in the middle of the room. Yeah, she's not cutting out on those points at all. Yeah, I mean, sometimes when with these standard controllers, they can come to us, a sudden halt. So, it can look like, either me actually stopping her or her cutting out. It's sometimes hard to tell the difference. But most of the time, it's me stopping her. Well, on this bit anyway. I'm going to the shed, although there is a bit of hesitation here. I don't know, I might change this bit next time, because especially since the 08 was acting up a bit, didn't seem to like this bit here. I don't know, it could be something to do with, it doesn't cause derailments or anything, they can get over it okay, just, I don't know, the power doesn't seem to like how the curves are like this, in a very, very gentle S shape. Oh, we have a derailment now. Yeah, I'll probably just jinx that memory back a bit of when they always used to derail. Okay, sorry. Let's just start again with the tankers. I've had to swap them around. They really don't like each other, to be honest. Well, the couplings. Well, normally I don't have this much trouble with, like, you know, NEM and big size couplings. I mean, the sort of medium size on the Loco, NEM on this one, the big full size ones here, and this shell one here was one of the first ones I ever bought. I don't know. I mean, you know, not only that, but, you know, cutting it on this point as well. But anyway, let's just get it out, get the train out on here, run it up and down a few times, because yeah, it's obviously always fine on here. Just a couple of issues, getting in and out. If there's any more derailments, I'll edit them out. Well, I'll try and avoid filming her coming at this point as well, because she's going to cut out anyway. That was just okay, but yeah, there was no derailments there. It was mainly on either of these points here. I don't know. I mean, I suppose it's not always that great having one direction point here and then another again. I could see what improvements I could do for when I next get this up. But yeah, well, overall it's been fine. I mean, well, none of the other wagons have been derailing. I mean, the plank wagons have been fine. The others were fine. Well, you know, the crane was fine. You know, tiny wheels. Yeah, and those other vans were fine as well. I don't know, just you know, just for some reason the tankers aren't too happy, but they were just okay there. But I could still hear noticeable wobbling around when going over the points. Let's just set them and have a way to push them back. Yeah, we're really not getting as much luck now, are we? Anyway, even at model railway exhibitions, you do see them derail. In fact, I went to one just a couple of days back. There was a guy who I know there, running a couple of on a small circuit layout. It had a couple of 237s double heading, not pulling anything, but at one point one of them derailed. They're around at my end. He let me kindly re-rail her, which I did carefully and made sure it was all okay. I mean, he then sort of swapped them over, because one of the main things you have to do if you keep getting derailments, mainly with rolling stock. Just and I used to do this a lot. Again, more back in my early years of collecting them, when I was having problems with goods trains derailing. Keep swapping wagons over and over, but it can drive you crazy eventually. In fact, I've actually swapped these tankers. Just before we started again back here in the siding, I had to swap them around at least several times. There's more chance of them derailing as she pushes them back. Just have to take it slowly, but and then she cuts out. I don't know, but it's still been very good. I hope you've all enjoyed this, because it has been very good. See into the cab there. Yeah, it's moulded detail, but it is noticeable. Right, this could be interesting. First point nearly done. Oh. It's like I can't really tell if something's going to derail or she's... Well, everything stayed all on there, but so when the coupling hooks has sort of come out, I'll just have to reattach that in. So it has been a bit difficult with number 12, but she's still done her job very well. She's still done it. And now for the ending, we're actually going to ride on the train. And what do I mean by that? Well, basically, we're going to ride on this flatbed wagon.
Hello, yes. First of all, goodness me, it's a couple of days later since I filmed the other shots, and during those few days I kind of got a bit of a cold and a cough, so I'm pretty croaky, so I apologise for that. But this is what I meant by actually taking a ride. Hello. Yes, it's a different camera. First of all, from a full front on view, yes, the camera is sitting on just, well, I actually had to change over the little flatbed truck because the other one kept derailing, even with no weight on it, on this point here. Now, yeah, number 12 is still doing the honours here. I just have to hold this point down. She seems to be dying more here. Oh, yeah, you might just felt a little sprint then. Oh, come on, go. Yes. Out we come. Yep. Okay, that's as far forward as we can get. Go backwards. Hello. Yeah, I don't normally turn my face into the camera, do I? I prefer to keep behind mostly. There we go again, and then we reverse back into the. Oh yes, this one lets up scene as well. It's a newer one than the other one. The other one was an older. The other one was an older one. Yeah, the other one was an older one from I think it's an old mainline railways one with plastic wheels. They didn't look that much wider than normal Honda wheels like this one. Oh, you probably noticed earlier she didn't cut out on that last point coming out onto this bit of track. But all of a sudden it's changed. It's now the bit of track on that curve. You know, that sort of sort of gentle squiggly curve going into the shed. I don't know. I think next time I do something like this, I'll change it because again, even the 08 shunter was disliking that bit a bit. Let's go backwards. Yeah, she's probably going to cut out on that curve. Oh, if you just push the point down. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely if I push this point down, but I can't really go any further into the shed now because unfortunately, the whole thing won't fit in the shed. Well, it's too wide. Although I can still do it manually. Hello. Now let's have a ride from behind. I mean, this is really clever. Gonna make it over this point successfully. No! I don't know. Just kept a pusher there. Sorry, excuse the hand of, well, the hand of God, the hand of me. you're looking out the window of the first carriage, basically. And let's try this. Yes, just the other way around now. We're getting good at this. She's gonna move? No. Causing a fair bit of hesitation. There we go. Steady, steady, steady. She's died on that one now. That was a bit of an abrupt stop. Yeah, she died on that, well, sort of like there, sooner than she usually does. Now, from behind, basically as if you're the guard looking out with the guardsman, or brakeman, or the goods train. Make sure she's coupled on there, all ready to go. If she dies, I'll send her push her. Oh, almost. I said I could just fit 4 wagons between the buffers and the points there, that's why I didn't really put more than 4 on. Well, more than 3 should I say. Yeah, well, it's okay, no, it's just the canvas cluster. On that part of the wall, it's about here at that end. Reverse back into siding. I can't go all the way back to the buffers because the camera can catch a bit on the side of the shed. I can go that far enough. Oh, whoa. Seems in real life, doesn't it? Derailments. I mean, yeah, I was having real derailment trouble with the tankers earlier. Terrible. Bit of a sprint there. Sorry, my finger's blocking the view now. Oh, God. There we go. She reluctantly got back in the shed there, but she's done a great job. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this one bit on my out. Again, as I said, we're now going away. Was going to be this weekend, but again, due to a couple of things going on, it'll probably